Welcome back to Invest Insights Pro. You can know the whole asset menu by heart and still feel foggy about your own money. That's because knowing the menu and actually laying out your own kitchen are two different things. In one evening, Priya did the second, and the fog lifted. Meet Priya. She's 28, a nurse from Kochi. She had money spread across several places, an FD, a couple of tip-based stocks, a pricey bundled plan, a small equity fund, but she had never once laid it all out on paper to actually look at it. So it just sat there, vaguely worrying her. So one evening, she finally did it. She listed everything she owned and placed each holding on the risk ladder, from safest to riskiest. And that alone was a shock. She could suddenly see how much of her money was sitting right at the risky end, something the scattered accounts had hidden. Then she matched her goals to timelines, and saw her 3-year car fund was sitting in volatile stocks, which unsettled her. She ran the one-sentence test on each holding and realized she genuinely couldn't explain the bundled plan, so she flagged it to review. And she noticed she owned no simple index fund at all, despite having long-term money that needed one. Here's what InvestPro wants you to notice. Nothing about Priya's savings changed that night. But her understanding did. The vague anxiety of "am I doing this right" was replaced by a clear list of exactly what to fix. That's the whole point. You don't benefit from what you understand in the abstract. You benefit from what you've actually laid out in your own accounts. So here's the inventory, 4 quick moves, under an hour, on your real money. 1. List everything you own and place each on the risk ladder. 2. Match each of your goals to the right asset by its timeline. 3. Run the one-sentence test on every holding and flag anything you can't explain. And 4. Check whether the simple, low-cost index fund, the missing staple, deserves a bigger place. First for you. You've learned the asset foundations and feel you get it. What's the difference between getting it and actually benefiting? Is there none, once you understand the types? Does it only matter if you own a lot? Or is it a big difference, because the benefit comes from mapping it onto your own holdings? It's the big difference. Understanding the menu doesn't fix a plate you've already filled wrong. Clarity comes from the doing. One more. As you map your holdings, you find your 2-year car fund sitting in a volatile small cap stock. What does matching assets to timelines tell you to do? Leave it because small caps grow fastest? Wait and move it only if it falls? Or move it to something safe now, because the timeline is simply too short for stocks? Move it now. Money you need in 2 years can't afford a crash right before you spend it. Its job is to be safe and available. Here's the heart of it. Clarity doesn't come from understanding the menu. It comes from mapping it onto your own money. 3 to keep. 1. Knowing the menu and having mapped your holdings are completely different kinds of clarity. 2. Match every goal to the right asset by its timeline, and move any mismatch. 3. Run the one-sentence test on everything, and flag what you can't explain. Block 1 hour this week and do it. Start free with a risk DNA assessment at app.investinsightspro.com. Your clarity score is next.